Trying to organize your research is sometimes hard. You either have to create a separate Word document with a bunch of links, or completely clutter your web browser with a ton of websites that are incredibly hard to navigate. Citing these sources is even worse, since it requires a lot of effort to be able to make sure that all of the correct information is added. Thankfully, there's a program that you can use to streamline this process, and its name is Zotero. It is free to download and very intuitive to use. That's why today I'll be sharing with you how to access Zotero, as well as basic organizational tools and how to export a works cited page from it. In order to download this program, one must first go to its website. Going to the Downloads page brings you to what is shown on the slide. There are two options for downloading Zotero, and I would recommend having both as they work together well. The first is the most important, which is Zotero for Windows. This is where all the organization and citing occurs. Without this, you cannot properly utilize this program. The second is called Zotero Connector, and it is a browser extension. This extension is useful since by utilizing it, you will be able to easily transfer the sources that you are using to the main Zotero program. If you downloaded the Zotero Connector, it is quite easy to save sources to the main program. For this example, I found a research article on the database JSTOR about bank collapses. The first thing to do is to go to the Extensions tab on Chrome. This is accessed by clicking the jigsaw puzzle piece icon next to the website URL. Then you go down to Zotero and either click directly on it or click the three circles to get more options. Clicking directly saves it to the library in the way it best sees fit. However, clicking on the three circles can allow for you to save it in a variety of other ways. Once you have all of the sources you need, open up Zotero on your desktop and you will see a page like the one shown. All of the sources that you have added using the Chrome extension will be shown in the middle. If you do not want to use that extension, you can add sources using the plus button. Clicking on any of the sources will bring up more information on the far right. The first tab, the Info tab, brings the most amount of information. It provides data like the title, author, and abstract if the source is a research paper. There are also tabs for notes that you may have added or want to add, tags easily connected to other papers, and related that shows related sources. It is easy to be able to sort through all of your papers if you include these tags. If you have collected all of your sources, you may want to cite them. Zotero makes it incredibly easy to select the sources you need and create a bibliography. The first step for this is to select any of the articles you need. You can do this by individually right-clicking while holding the Control key, but I did this by creating a sub-collection and right-clicking that. The ability to do so is shown by right-clicking the My Library tab or any sub-collections already made. Once all of the sources have been selected, select the Create Bibliography from Collection option. This will then bring you to this page, which allows for citations and bibliographies to be created. The first thing to do is choose your citation style. Zotero provides a wide range of styles, so choose whichever one is needed for your paper. The second thing to do is choose whether to output citations or bibliography. Citations only does in-text citations, so if you want to work cited, you should probably choose bibliography. The final thing to do is choose the output method, and then you will have a bibliography. Zotero is incredibly useful, especially if you're trying to write a paper with a lot of sources. It is entirely free to use, so there is no reason to at least try it out. There are also a ton of organizational tools that you can use to make sorting your research incredibly easy. Lastly, citing only takes a few clicks. The ability to sort using a variety of different methods can prove incredibly useful. If you are ever needing to write something that needs to have a works cited page, please try out Zotero and see how it can help you. These are my works cited, created with the help of Zotero. Thank you for listening.